This next video is all about renewing or extending your loans and what happens if your loans become overdue. The College Library is a lending library and you're quite welcome to borrow books from it. When you borrow books, we issue them out to you and we put a return date inside on the date label. So inside each book there's a label like this and we simply stamp a return date on there, which is when we expect you to return the book to the library. You must either return or renew your books on or before the date stamped inside. Very important you do that. If you want to extend your loans, if you need to keep the books out longer than the date stamped inside, then there are 3 ways you can do that. The easiest way is to actually just call into the library anytime you're passing. We can scan your finger, get your account up, and then renew your books for you. If for some reason you can't get into college, you can phone us. And the phone number is on the date label of all newer books, just at the bottom there. So you can phone that number and we'll do it for you. And you've also got your own account on Heritage. So you can go into that on any college PC, check your account, renew your books on there. You can renew your books up to 3 times as long as they've not been reserved by another student. And after that, you need to bring them back to us so that we can check they're okay. If you don't renew your loans or don't return books on the return date, then like all libraries, we do have a few sanctions that we put into effect. You are responsible for the books you take out, and that includes bringing them back to us on time or renewing your loans. While we will try and send out email messages and letters to remind you that you've got overdue books, we're not obliged to do so. It's down to you to keep an eye on when they're due back and to get them back to us. Like most libraries, if your books go overdue, then we do charge fines, and ours are 10p per item per day, which doesn't sound a lot, but if you've got a few books out and they all go overdue, then it can mount up quite quickly. If your books become 2 weeks overdue or so, then we will look at blocking your IT access just in the library and the e-learning centre. And the idea of that is, if you can't log onto the computers, you'll come and see us. We can then sort out what the problem is with your overdue books. If things get really serious and your books are extremely overdue, then we will look at using a debt recovery agency to get the books back. But that's only if you've left college or we've not been able to contact you by phone or email or by letter. So just to reiterate, anything you borrow from the library, you're responsible for. That covers loss, damage, and returning them on time. When you borrow books from the library, they are issued to you, not to anybody else. So if you're working with friends, take care not to mix them up and make sure you get your books back and you return the books that have been issued out to you. All books have got a unique number on the barcode which is just inside them, so you can always check and record that, and you can also check items against your record on Heritage just to make sure you've got the right books. Similarly, don't lend your books out to friends, because if they lose them or damage them, it's still going to be down to you if they're out on loan on your account. And finally, you must return the items you borrow, not the ones you've borrowed